Hello everyone and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Jess Burton, and today we're at Staff Sergeant Christopher Piper Field at Marblehead High School as the Magicians Girls Lacrosse team is set to take on the Beverly Panthers. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. And stay tuned to the end of the game when I'll announce the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Two teams are taking the field, about ready to go. It's the 2-2 Panthers against the 0-3 Magicians. Marblehead hoping for their first win of the season here at Piper Field this afternoon. A near pristine spring afternoon, a little bit breezy, but the sun is shining. And it's a nice day to be out for some lacrosse. Sydney Langton lines up to take the opening draw for the Magicians. The ball is up in the air. We have a false start on the opener. It's going to be white ball, says the official. Marblehead will start with possession. 25 minutes on the clock in the first half. See if the Magicians can get off to a better start. They've trailed at the end of all three halves for their first three games. Here's Sydney Langton, Division I recruit, bounces it in. A goal just over 30 seconds into the game for Sydney. And that is the way you want to start if you are Marblehead. That is Sydney's third goal of the season. Puts the Magicians up early. Beverly with possession, off the whistle. Breaking into the zone and getting fouled is the Panther attacker. She'll have a free position shot. Looks like that's Lily Shea, one of the top goal scorers for the Panthers. And the save is made by freshman Addie Leiden. Addie has gotten the start in all four games for the Magicians. Kate Santusanio absent from the Magicians lineup. And Leiden nearly throws this one away. Picked up by Captain Sailor Caruso. She'll work the near sideline. Being pressured, but maintains possession. And now she gets cut off. Has to change direction. Safe pass to Kate Burns, but then she has it knocked away. And picked up by Gillett. Gillett weaves her way through defenders, does a little spin move, draws a whistle. Play will continue. Really good first possession on both ends of the field for the Magicians, scoring on the offense and making a big stop on defense. Hopefully that sets the tone for the entire game. On the attack, near side, spinning, saves made. Two freshmen in net this afternoon. It's Maddie Reynolds for Beverly and Leiden for the Magicians. And it's a Magicians turnover. And they'll play through this whistle. Caroline Hickey with the long pass. She finds Shea. Shea gets it over to Lauren Callie looking down low. Bounce shots wide of the net. Panthers pick it up. Shea controls behind the net. Leiden looks on. Shea can't get around the defense. Pushed back by Burns. And Silva attacks. She's forced to the perimeter. And a whistle against Langton. And the ball carrier falls down. And Jenna Schweizer picks it up, keeps possession. Some stick-to-stick contact. Draws the whistle from the official. It'll be Jocelyn Silva with an opportunity for the Panthers. And she scores. That ties the game at 1. Silva, a big-time goal scorer for the Panthers. Had a hat trick in a loss, 15-12 loss to Winchester on Saturday for this team. Also had 2 goals against Masconomet. She's somebody that the Magicians are going to have to mark up. Scoring on the free position opportunity on that one. Not much you can do about it. Ball's picked up by Ferranti on a hop. She charges towards the net. She gets pushed. And Izzy should have a free position opportunity from the wing. Izzy shoots and scores right over the head of Reynolds. She was late getting the stick there. Ferranti buzzed it by her. 2-1. It's Izzy's second goal of the season. Scored back in the opener against Woburn. Izzy has it again. This time takes a tumble. Usually blames slick turf, but that's not the case today. Gillett, top of the key. Pass is dropped, turned over. Panthers have it. Linsky finds her teammate Schweizer. Crossing midfield. Pass is too high, but they'll keep it as Breen picks it up. Cassidy Lubeck, the one unable to control for the Magicians. One pass and they score. Lauren Cayley evens the game again at 2. A pass from Jocelyn Silva. Four goals in the opening 6.5 minutes. The Magicians have not scored more than 5 goals in a game this year. Scored 5 in both their most recent 2 games against Ipswich and Manchester Essex, and just 4 in their opener against Woburn. Beverly is a high-scoring team, but they also give up a ton of goals. They've given up 35 in their 2 losses. Magicians have given up 26 through their 3 losses. They're a better defensive team, as both their most recent games were just a 1-goal and 2-goal loss. The only lopsided one, the 9-goal loss to Woburn in the opener. This pass is dropped. Ferranti trying to get it to Scroop. Caroline does have it. We'll kick it out to Lucy Wales. Good to see her back out there. She left the game we covered against Manchester Essex with an injury. She'll be relied upon heavily to score goals this year, along with Langton and Gillett. Let's see if she can do it here. Gets in the middle, but is pushed off her spot. She'll have to wrap around the net. She eyes the cutter. Smith through the middle, ends up going to Ferranti instead and has it knocked away as she shot it. Good defensive play by Kaylee. She has the ball now across midfield. Long pass, not there. And that's going to roll out of bounds. Who's going to be closest to it? Let's see if they give it to Beverly. No, they don't. Not going to get there. Foul along the far sideline. Ball knocked away from Forbes. Forbes had an awesome play in the game against Manchester Essex, scoring at the buzzer right before the half. She got it off the face-off with about 8 seconds left, made it all the way downfield, and at the very last, probably 1/10 of a second, got it out of her stick and beat the goalie. This is Gillett into the middle. The save's made. I think it hit her in the shins. We'll see. Call is here. We do have a whistle after the shot. Looks like it's going to be a free position for the Magicians. And it's going to be Gillett from behind the net, near side in the corner. Tough angle to see who breaks through to the middle. Oh, Gillett puts the moves on herself, tries to dump it in. Another save by Reynolds. And Beverly has it in transition, but being pushed towards the sideline. Some contact against Scroop. Beverly will play right through it. This is Breen. And Langton makes a play from behind. A clean chop. And she picks it up on a hop. Here goes Gretchen Smith across the 30. Into the semicircle. All the way. And she scores. Wait a minute. So no goal. Both teams were in the crease in that circle area, and the alternating possession goes to the Magicians, so they'll have the ball. Bummer, because that was an awesome play set up off the turnover by the Panthers. Smith all the way by herself. Would have made for a good highlight. See if she has any more in her. Bet she does. Here's Wales. She gets fouled pretty hard. We've played just over 10 minutes here in the first half. And Wales from the point. Bounces it. It was initially saved. And then it looked like it was kicked towards the goal. It's going to be Beverly ball. Well, what looked like almost 2 goals for the Magicians ends up being none. Now they have to defend on this possession. 2-2 game. When it looked like they might have the lead, Panthers have the opportunity to take it. It's Kaylee here. These two teams played to a 19-11 MHS win last year here at Piper Field. Magicians captain trio at the time of Hadley Wales, Gigi Lombardi, who are no longer here, and Sydney Langton absolutely dominated the game. The Magicians have definitely missed Lombardi and Wales' goal-scoring ability here in the beginning of the season. It's another long free possession opportunity for the Panthers. They scored on the last one. This time a little more conservative off the jump with Kaylee backing it out. It was one pass and score last time. Kaylee puts the moves on and she scores. Whistle before she got rid of it though. So Leiden gets a redo. Let's see if she can make the save here. And she'll have a moment as Kaylee decides to give it up. Contact from Gillett, cross-check called. They'll back Silva out. She'll have a chance for her second goal. Silva, sophomore. And Gillett took a whack from behind, came up empty. Now it's knocked away by Langton. Sydney, as usual, very aggressive here in the first half. Bouncing shot goes wide from Sprisler. Panthers will keep it deep in the corner. Kaylee patient with it. She also had a hat trick this past Saturday in their loss to Winchester. She and Silva both. This is Silva as they control the top of the circle. One-on-one defense. Wales looks on from the short corner. Forbes defending. Kicked back out to Kaylee. Langton on her. They set a screen. Kaylee works around it. Both girls weave underneath. They send two cutters through. They go to the second one. It's dropped. Still loose. And it's going to be Marblehead ball. A long possession. Long empty possession for the Panthers, but they get it right back as it drops out of Gillett's stick on the spin move. Silva can't handle it. It's a hot potato right now. Under 10 to play. Back with Kaylee. She works on Caruso. Caruso, a very good defender. She and Langton, the captains of the team this year. Silva one-on-one with Caruso, gets by her, shoots off the double team and scores. Magicians bring 2, and it doesn't matter. Silva, with her second goal of the game, breaks the tie and makes it 3-2 Panthers. The Magicians score but are in the crease, have the goal taken off the board, and Beverly capitalizes a few minutes later, now leads by 1. Magicians trail again here in the first half, or trail again in a first half. First time they've trailed this afternoon. Here's Lucy Wales. Had some space there. Instead, will work from behind the net. Drop off to Scroop. Defense lagging off a bit. Langton spins, gets through 2 girls and scores. Sydney Langton with her second. Ties it right back up at 3. What a move by Langton. Spinning and then splitting the defenders. Bouncing it in past Reynolds. The senior beats the freshman. Tie ball game. Sydney's right back in the face-off circle with 8:30 left in the half. Silva beats Langton there and scoops it up. Both girls with 2 goals here in the first half. That was Langton's 4th of the year. And Silva picking up right where she left off with the hat trick 2 days ago. Good game unfolding here this afternoon. Looks like 2 evenly matched teams. Big NEC matchup. And that one's overthrown, goes out of bounds. The Magicians will have it. Couple poor possessions for the Panthers. Both teams have had some long, empty possessions. Langton on the run. Gives it up to Smith. Gets in the middle, tries to kick it back out to Gillett. Offline, and it bounces around, but Forbes has it. Got a holding call going against the Magicians. Lubeck pressuring Silva, but Silva gets past her. This is Lily Shea. She's had a quiet first half. Since the opening possession, she had a free position shot. She had 4 goals in the game on Saturday against Winchester, so the Magicians have done a nice job keeping her off the board here so far. She's now one-on-one on this side. They send a couple cutters through. She's defended by Forbes. Stutter step. Almost gets away, then runs into Langton. She switches onto her. There's a pass to the cutter. Gets by the target. Back out to the wing. It was Sprisler who it was intended for. Silvo flips it back to Kaylee. Wales a little over-aggressive. Kaylee gets past her all the way to the net and scores. Panthers are back on top, 4-3 with Kaylee's second of the afternoon. She and Silva now both with 2. And the Panthers head coach Courtney Callaghan call a timeout. Silva and Kaylee, a dangerous duo here for the Panthers, as we're seeing. Each had 2 goals in the loss to Masco. Mentioned the hat tricks and the loss to Winchester. 2 each here today. Sydney Langton keeping pace with them for the Magicians with 2 of her own, but she needs some help. Ferranti has the other one, her second of the year. The Magicians need a win. 0-3 to start the year. Have a couple tough games coming up next on the road at Swampscott and at Danvers. They've got Masco upcoming. Masco is going to be one of the toughest teams around. Can basically write them into, I would probably say, the final 8 in the NEC in the MIAA tournament. Excuse me. So you want to get some wins here against beatable teams before you face some really tough ones. .5:26 left in the half. The Magicians trailed Manchester Essex 6-4 at halftime in the last game that we covered. Could have been 6-3 for not for some last-second heroics by Maddie Forbes. And that was a weird game with 10 goals scored in the first half and then only 2 in the second half. So it was 6-4 and it ended 7-5. Sydney Langton with the only second half goal very late in that half. Again, the last 2 games are that 7-5 loss and 6-5 to Ipswich. Close games, winnable games. Just coming up on the wrong side right now is MHS. Down by 1 here. And ready for the face-off. Maddie Forbes is in there against Lily Shea. Ball is flung forward. Magician's direction. Langton picks it up. Behind the net. Look in middle. Catches a double team. Pretty good strategy having Forbes take the draw and Langton off to the side so that she can try to get there and pick it up and have some momentum moving forward. Yeah, we've seen her on the face-off for most of this game. Might have taken all of them up until that point. Gillett, Scroop stops her cut. Gillett down to Ferranti. group with a lot of space. Surprised. Could have attacked through the wing. Langton takes that area and scores. Sydney with a first half. Marblehead hat trick. The Division I recruit showing why she is such here this afternoon. With 3 first half goals. Basically doing it herself right now. Tied up at 4 with 4:01 left. Sydney will be attending Iona College next year. Here's Smith. Picks it up off the ground and then has it knocked away. Whistle goes in her favor. Big chance here for the Magicians to take the lead back for the first time since it was 2-1. And Smith's been hot as of late. Has it knocked away as she moving forward, and it will go to the Panthers. No, I'm wrong. Thought she pointed in the Panthers' direction. It's just a point to reset. Same spot. Second chance. Gretchen shoots low, trying to bounce it past Reynolds. We got some celebration from Gillett, and they score. It's a late call, but count it. It broke the goal line, and it's 5-4 Magicians. Smith's 5th goal of the season. She had 2 against Manchester Essex and was named Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. And she had 2 in the most recent one against Ipswich. She is stepping up to help out Langton here. It's back with Smith. Gillett and Wales. They'll clear it back up to Sydney. Magicians looking to run a set play. As you hear Yukon called out from the sidelines. Taking some time off the clock as well. Wales with some speed out from behind the net, looking to score, and the save is made by Reynolds. Down to the turf to do it. 2 minutes on the clock. Whistle against Smith. Beverly keeps it. Right on the sideline. Langton thought her play was clean. She told the bench, so clean, so clean. Delivers another nudge to Linsky this time. Oh, nice move. Caroline Hickey past the second defender, spins and scores. Wow! Caroline Hickey making things happen for the Panthers. They're tied at 5 again. Remember, teammates yells out, that was beautiful, and it was a thing of beauty. Dug that right foot in, shook the first defender, blew by the second, the spin move, and the finish. Wow. Tied up at 5 again. Really good one here this afternoon. 1:14 left before the break. Langton couldn't locate it. It's loose. Picked up by Beverly. Silva out of the chute with it. And her momentum stopped by the whistle. She'll have a free position shot. Silva's opportunity for a first half hat trick right here. And to put her team back on top. Knocked away as she shot it. Gets all the way to the fence. Beverly will keep it. Good defensive play. Shea controls behind the net. Looking middle. They connect. The back of the net again for Jocelyn Silva. Back-to-back goals for Hickey and Silva. And they lead it 6-5. That's two quick ones to get the lead back. 24.7 left. We have some more fireworks at the end of the first half for the Magicians, like we did in the Manchester-Essex game. We'll double the time on the clock. 16 seconds when they control. Bounces to Langton. With 10. Sydney fires. Save made. Picked up. And Reynolds will hold it. There is the horn. First half comes to a close with two late goals by the Panthers. They lead it 6-5 at the break. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. And we'd also like to remind you that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, and you should be, please click subscribe on our YouTube page and consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org. And you can click on the donate button there. We'll be back after this with second half action. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. Should have a fun second half here between the Panthers and the Magicians. It's 6-5. Teams are back out there ready to go. They've changed directions, so the Magicians will be going right to left, Panthers left to right. Maddie Forbes in the face-off circle up against Lily Shea for the Panthers. Vikings took the lead back to make it 5-4 on a Gretchen Smith goal, but back-to-back goals in the final minute or so of the half by the Panthers, and they have the lead back, and they have the ball to start the second half. Magicians looking for their first win of the season. Beverly trying to climb back above 500. Started 2-0 and are 2-2, having dropped the last two. Jocelyn Silva with it. Silva with the most recent goal, her third of the game. Pass connects with Shea, and she buries it. Bottom corner of the net, past Leiden. And Shea makes it 7-5. That is the first time either team has led by 2. It's been back and forth all game. We were tied at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beverly now with 3 straight. And it is their heavy hitters getting the work done. Shea now with 5 goals in the last 2 games. Silva back-to-back games with hat tricks. And I'm sure they're not done. Here's Gillett for the Magicians. Past the defender, but dropped it. A little bit of contact. Forced the ball out of her stick. Lubeck stepped in, almost had the interception. Knocked it down. Beverly will keep it. They draw a whistle as they cross the 35. Beverly coach clearly wants them to continue to swing the ball near side. They get it to midfield, and they just get the pass away amongst 2 Magicians defenders. It gets to Kaylee. She works it beneath the semicircle, and a whistle comes against the Magicians. It's Kaylee. Lines it up, and bounces it home, and charges through Courtney Hogue at the end of the play. All of a sudden, it's 8-5. That's 4 unanswered now. And Kaylee has herself a hat trick for the second straight game. It's now 16 combined goals for Jocelyn Silva and Lauren Kaylee from Beverly in their last 3 games. Here's Langton. Launches, and look out. Luckily that hits the crossbar of the field goal post. Stays in play. Also, good thing that netting runs real high back there. Beverly will have it. They'll start from the end line. And not sure what Smith was doing there, as she just lets the ball carrier go right by her. She ran way too far forward. And they miss an opportunity there on a breakaway with LeBlanc wide open. She couldn't control it. Beverly will keep it. We've played just over 3 minutes here in the second half. They've scored twice and lead it now by 3. Pass is knocked down. Picked up by Burns. She gets fouled. Magicians keep it rolling with Wales now. And I don't know if they stopped that because the Beverly player was tying her shoe, but if she chooses to tie her shoe when the Magicians have the ball, I'm not sure why they stopped for that. Wales gets past Shea. Whistle against Shea. See if Lucy can pick up her first of the year. Would be a good time for it. Lucy off the block and into the net. Wales' first goal of the season and makes it 8-6. Hopefully that's a spark for Lucy Wales. Offense needs her. In the face-off circle for this possession. Swept around and picked up by Langton. Sydney to Ferranti. Bounces off of Reynolds and stays in the crease. Thought it was going to bounce in the net. No such luck for Marblehead. Back with the Panthers. Silva with speed to the 20. Runs into Burns and has to back it out as Gillett joins. Silva, patient. About as patient as he can be. Down to Shea. Not many others involved besides Kaylee, Silva, and Shea. They had one goal from Caroline Hickey. May have been the most impressive of the afternoon. That one drills Schweizer and drops to the turf. Magicians have it. Caruso being shoved towards the sideline. Hit from behind. She'll play through it. Ferranti has it from the 30. Izzy. The defender leaves her, and they do pick her up as she comes out from behind the net. Izzy was looking to get busy on that play. Defense not sure what they were doing. And now it would be Ramona Gillett. Gets in front of the defender. Save from Reynolds. Bounces out to Langton. Reynolds has made some big saves. Keeps the game at a 2-goal lead for the Panthers. Gillett works into the middle, fires over the net. Scroop will restart. Scroop wide open out in front of the net. Gillett doesn't give it to her, but now they do find Lubeck, who drops it, knocked around. Wales has it. Wales into the middle, circles around the defenders and buries it. Back to back for Lucy Wales. And this is the type of offense we've expected from her all season long. Finally getting going here. Lucy Wales makes it 8-7. Wales coming to life at the right time here in this game. 16:56 left in it. She's got the last two for the Magicians after going 3 games without one. Locking in now. Shea wins the faceoff, takes it away from Langton. Silva. Dump pass into the middle. It's loose, bounces around. Not sure Leiden knew where it was. But luckily, Maddie Forbes did. And she scooped it up. Then gets sandwiched around the 40. Spins off Kaylee. Little cross check from Kaylee. Draws the whistle. The Magicians keep it. Ferranti on the attack. Has Smith. Ferranti keeps it. Goes to Wales instead. Smith was open in the circle for just a minute. Beverly makes a substitution on the back end, sending Abigail Queenan in. Sam Spricer to the bench. Langton with contact, she scores! All tied up at 8 on Langton's 4th of the day. The Magicians come back with 3 unanswered of their own to tie it at 8. Our 6th tie of the afternoon. The contact may have actually helped Langton on that play. He might have given her a little bit of space that she needed to rip that one. And she fired it right past Reynolds. A very impressive day for Sydney Langton. Wales has it knocked away on the faceoff, but it's loose and kicked by Beverly. Also a slash, so the Magicians have it. Gillett with her eyes up. Goes back to midfield with Caruso, and that's dangerous because she's one-on-one, and now she's beat. It's Breen. It's a 2-on-1 for Beverly. And Leiden stands strong and makes the save. Breen decided to take it herself instead of pass it. And Leiden had it read the whole way, barely had to move the stick. Big save in a tie game for Addie Leiden. And now a 2-minute penalty against the Panthers, against Claire Breen. what an opportunity here for the Magicians to go back on top, looking for their 4th straight goal to match what the Panthers did at the end of the first half and into the beginning of this one. An offside on the Panthers. This game was 5-4 Magicians late in the first half. 6-5 at the break. Panthers extended their lead to 8-5. And here we are. Magicians break the tie. It's 9-8, and it's Ramona Gillett who does it. 4 unanswered. And the Magicians are rolling. Gillett coming off a hat trick in the loss to Ipswich. It took her a while to get going in this one, but she's on the board. Her 7th goal of the season. Her team-leading 7th goal of the season. Gives the Magicians back the lead. Despite losing the last few face-offs, the Magicians have still taken the lead back. They've been able to lock it down defensively. And the big save by Leiden on the breakaway. Turn around, take the lead back. 13.5 minutes left. Pass goes middle. It's broken up. And Forbes is the first one there. Keeps her foot in as she stumbled out of bounds. Call goes against the Panthers as she was pushed. There are 30 seconds left on the penalty, says Magicians Athletic Director Greg Siglarski. Here's Wales. Trying to get past the defender, has to curl back out, finds Gillett, shoots high over the crossbar. The Magicians track it down behind the net. It'll be Ferranti to start it. Defense comes up to play Langton. She'll make them pay if they overplay. And somewhat sort of does there. There's some contact, light contact. But free possession opportunity right now for Sydney. Sydney's going to take it herself and score her 5th of the day. It's 10-8, 5 unanswered for the Magicians. They hadn't scored more than 5 goals in their previous 3 games. They have 10 here today, 5 straight, and they are back on top by 2 with 11:47 left. Timeout on the field. Just want to remind you that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, please click subscribe on our YouTube page and consider making a donation as well by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button there. This has been quite the game. It has been back and forth the whole time. Tied 6 different times. Stretches of 4 unanswered. And now 5 unanswered by the Panthers, and the Magicians doing one better than they did. 2-goal lead. And as you just heard from the huddle, Izzy Ferranti saying, "I'm so proud of us," and jumping up and down in jubilation. It's not over yet, but you definitely can be proud of what they can definitely be proud of what they've done so far in this one. Again, doubling their highest goal output of the season. They had 5 in their 6-5 loss most recently, and then 5 in their 7-5 loss in their second game of the season, 4 in the opener. Again, 10 here today, so they are feeling good, clearly, down there on the field. Coach Annie Madden told the girls in the huddle pregame to have fun. They are doing it. Let's see if they can come out of here with a W. Doesn't really seem to matter what sport Beverly and Marblehead play against each other. It always seems to be exciting. Got 2 freshmen in net today. Both been really good. Maddie Reynolds for the Panthers. Addie Leiden for the Magicians. It's Lucy Wales standing on the big M in the middle of the field, ready for the draw against Shea. And actually against Silva. Kaylee can't pick it up for the Panthers. Wales still trying. Whistle goes against Wales, it looks like. Panthers have it. Rolling ball picked up by Hickey. This is Shea. 1 goal today. Magicians have done a nice job against her. Langton switches on to Schweizer, but they have a girl wide open in the middle. They find her, and she scores. Defensive breakdown there for the Magicians. They left Kaylee all alone in the middle, and she's not going to miss from there very often. The run is over, and it's 10-9 on Kaylee's 4th goal of the game for the Panthers. Set up by Schweizer. Lead back to a goal. Here's some space for the Panthers to operate off the draw. They got down there fast. Claire Breen served her 2-minute penalty. Back out there. Kaylee challenging the defense, and she beats Leiden, and we are tied again. Ten to 10. 30 goals last year between these two teams on Piper Field. 20 here today. It was 4-4 when there was 4:01 left in the first. Now it's 10 to 10 with 10:06 left here in the second. Our 7th tie of the game. What you call back and forth action. Separated by those long runs as well. We've had it all here today. Might come down to who has the ball in the last possessions. There's a foul. There's some contact on the back of Forbes. Can Forbes put him back on top? Forbes rips it and scores. Forbes makes it 11-10. We weren't tied for long. Fourth different goal scorer this half for the Magicians. Forbes' second goal of the season. She had the buzzer beater at halftime in the game against Manchester Essex. Her first one of the year. Under 9 minutes to play. Panthers with possession, trailing by 1. Top of the key, tiptoeing deeper and shooting wide near side from Kaylee. Kaylee has 5 total goals, 3 this half. And the most recent 2. It bounces right back to her. Somehow it finds her when she doesn't have it. Saved by Lydon. It bounces out of her stick and controlled by Burns. A nice catch. We've got a whistle that's going to stop momentum here and bring Burns back. But Lydon hanging in there to make another save. Lead remains at 1. Lydon keeps it that way. Caruso from the defensive position now all the way upfield. I'm not sure any Magicians step beyond the 35 where the defense is supposed to stop. They got to swap players there if she's going to bring it up and attack. Not sure they did that, so they turn it over, offside. I believe I'm right. Continuing to learn the game and each rule as we go here. Schweizer looks middle. Oh, nifty shot by Shea. She tried to scoop it down low, backhand. Tough to describe those. Down low with Shea. Wales challenges her right at the top of the crease. Gets away from her, gets a shot off. Lydon makes the grab, but the whistle is just before the shot. It's a big whistle against the Magicians. Under 6 minutes. Lydon makes another save. Goes off her leg and out of bounds. Panthers will keep it. But a missed opportunity for the Panthers on the free position shot. And they score anyway. This time Shea works out from behind the net. Her second of the day. We're tied again at 11. Beverly head coach Courtney McCalligan liked that one. Telling her team perfect play as Shea beat Leiden over the top shoulder. As opposed to the bottom shoulder. Face-off picked up by Beverly, shoved from behind by Forbes, and they're going to send her to the box. Oh boy. 5:25 left. Oh my goodness, a 2-minute penalty for that? Wow. That is a rough break for the Magicians. 5:25 left, 3:25 is when Forbes can re-enter. Power play opportunity for the Panthers, tied at 11. It might come down to the final minute. Biggest defensive possession of the season here for the Magicians. Looking for their first win. Wide open in the middle. And then forced to back out was Claire Breen. Caruso shadowing right in the middle of the zone. Burns had the ball handler. Now Wales defends. Got to be careful. Coming out from behind the net is Breen. Magicians bench yells out, watch the cutters. Also watch Jocelyn Silva as she got around the defender, but you could hear the contact as Gillett took a whack at it, knocked the ball away. Also got some of Silva's hand, and she shook out her hand. Primetime chance here for Beverly and their top goal scorer. False start on the Magicians. Silva scores and breaks the tie. A power play goal for Beverly with about 25 seconds left on it. Back-to-back goals, and they lead it again by one. 12-11. That's the first for Silva this half, her fourth of the game. It's their first lead since it was 8-5. And they have it. There's 3 minutes, 35 seconds left, and they're going to go quick. Forbes still in the box. Another 5 seconds or so. And she's eager to get back out there, jumping around. And she should be able to go back in. But the clock is running. Now the referee lets them stop the clock as they get situated here. Got to get everybody in the right position now that they're back to full strength. .307 on the clock. Kaylee has it. The 25. Kaylee, pass Caruso. Langton picks her up. Langton hits Silva from behind. That'll give Silva some space. Right at the net, Shea shoots and scores. They lead by 2. Shea had the 11th goal to tie it, and now gives her team a 2-goal lead. It's her 3rd of the game. A huge face-off win for the Magicians. They needed it. It's with their star player, Langton, with 5 goals this afternoon. Gillett has her pass knocked down. Back to Langton with some space. Walks up to Schweizer and then gives it up. 2 minutes to play. 2-goal lead for Beverly. And Lucy Wales on the attack, spinning. Her shot was blocked. Picked up by the Magicians. 4 black jerseys around Smith. Whistle goes against the Panthers. And Smith from the top of the key with free position. Number 4 was not set for the Panthers. False start on them as she ran in. Here's Smith. Contact, drops the ball. They'll do it again. Clock continues to turn. Now they stop it, of course. But it's good for Smith and the Magicians. 1:26 left. They need it here. Smith bounces it over the net. Chased down, sticks out. Marblehead ball. Gillett. Right back in front of the net. Gets pushed. And a charge called against Gillett. Oh, man, that is a tough break. Here's Silva all the way, dumps it off. An extra pass, may have been one too many, as they had a good look at the net. And a foul against the Magicians with 51.9 left. That charge call was absolutely huge. There was not much of a charge there, in my opinion. Just trying to work her way back out in front of the net. But ref saw it a different way. And they will kick it back out. They'll take the time off the clock. Their 2-goal lead. Marblehead from the bench yelling out blue. Clearly a play for what they need right now, which is the ball back. 30 seconds left. The Magicians led it 11-10. 3 unanswered for the Panthers. 20 seconds left. Silva has it knocked away, but a whistle against the Magicians, and that is going to do it. 10 seconds left. Clock is running. And what a tough break for the Magicians. There is the final horn, and the Panthers spoil the day for Marblehead with a late comeback to win it 13-11. We saw 7 ties in the game. The Magicians down 8-5 in the second half, scored 5 unanswered to take the lead 10-8. Beverly tied it at 10. Maddie Forbes took the lead back 11-10 and 3 unanswered to end it for Beverly, 13-11. Stick around in just a moment. We'll come back and announce the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. Tonight's Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game is senior Sydney Langton. Sydney with 5 goals to lead the Magicians here today, 5 of their 11. The captain, the Division I recruit, doing everything in her power to keep them in the game and to win it. Unfortunately, the late goals and run by the Panthers were too much for the Magicians. Could not hang on to the lead. But congratulations to Sydney from Marblehead Sports Shop and MHTV. We'd like to thank the Sports Shop for being our community partner in bringing you the Player of the Game award. And we'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. 5 goals for Langton, 11 for the team, but not enough. Once again, the final score from Piper Field, 13-11. The Panthers win it here this afternoon. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Jess Burton. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.